Hello everyone, my name is Sharon and today I'm going to go over my arrangement of Sakura with you. If you downloaded the arrangement from the website, you will notice that you got two versions. One is more of a beginner one and the other one is a slightly more difficult one, so a little bit more maybe late beginner with all the chords and the rolled chords that's on it. But for today's tutorial, we're going to go over the beginner one because I think everybody should start there. So the first thing that you need to know with Sakura is that it's got 4 beats to a measure. So that means we count 1, 2, 3, 4 per bar. Sakura, a little bit of a background information, is actually a Japanese traditional song. It's very popular even in North America. I've taken courses on a few different instruments, and in pretty much all of the beginning books that I found, no matter what instrument it is, Sakura is one of those songs that you will find because they are great songs for beginner. It is written in A minor, so which is the relative minor of C major, which means we don't need any sharps or any flats, which is perfect for most modern lines because the manufacturers set them up with C scale in mind, so it's perfect for that. If you have a copy of the arrangement, that's great. You can follow along with me. Otherwise, I will let you know which notes we are going to be using as we go along. So you can still follow along even if you don't have the music sheet in front of you. I'm going to be using the glide technique for this tutorial. At some point, maybe later, if there is a demand for it, I will do the harp method as well, but I'm gonna wait and see if people actually do want to see that. So for this particular tutorial, we are going to use the glide method. A little bit on how to do the glide method. We usually use all of our fingers. Very rarely do I use my pinky fingers. I think it's because I'm more of a harpist, so and the pinky finger is really a very weak finger for me because I rarely use it, so I try to avoid it. But there are instances where you would use your pinky finger on the glide method. For this particular song, we don't need it. We probably just need the first 4 fingers, so your thumb, your index, your middle finger, and then your ring finger. We're going to start using our middle finger on the A. That's the middle A, so A4. On my lyre, it's pretty much right at the center. It might be a little bit in a different spot for your lyre depending on how many strings you have. So let's start there. The first bar is 2 notes, A, and B. B and G together actually. But we're gonna first try it with just the melody part. So we're gonna go A, and B. So A gets, the 2 A's gets a 1 count, they're quarter notes, and the B gets a 2 count because it is a half note. So let's try that first. So middle finger on A, we're gonna go press down, and then slide off to the side. That's the best technique for the glide method because that's when you get a nice clean tone. So let's try that again on just the A, just to practice how you go with the slide. So A again, your finger on A, press, slide down, let go to the side. See how nice that sound is? Let's do it again. Okay, now we're gonna do the first bar, A, B. A, B, 4. The second measure is identical to the first measure, so let's just do it again. A, B. And again, A, B. Let's play the first 2 measures together. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B. A, B. Very good. Let's move on to the next measure. The next measure is what we call stepping up, because you start with a lower note and you take a few steps up. So in this pattern, we start with an A again, and we go up to B, we go up to C, and then we come back down on B again. There is some harmony on here, but we'll just start with the melody first, and we'll add the harmony a bit later. So let's start again. Middle finger on A, B, C, and then back to B. They're all the same. They're all the same quarter notes, so that means they all get one beat. So let's do that. Let's do that again. Starting with A, B, C, and then B again. Very good. Now let's try to add the harmony part. On this one, we just play the A by itself, and then for the B, we're gonna add the G chord. So if you can see my fingers here, I am using my index fingers. I'm putting it on the B, and then I'm putting the G, and I'm skipping a note in between. So we play those together. Let's try. We slide them together. So we press the string and slide down together. If you have a little bit of a delay, then you'll have sort of a rolled chord. For this measure, we don't need a rolled chord, so we're just gonna try and do it in unison. So let's do that again. Perfect. And again, when we go up to C, we're gonna again skip the middle note, and then we're gonna have the C and the A together. Let's do it together. See, I did a little bit of a rolled chord there. That's not what I want. I want it to be in unison. So let's try again. C and A together. That's better. And then we go down to B and G again together. So that's your third measure. Let's do it again. Just A by itself, and then B and G together, C and A together, and then back to B and G together. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Let's read it one more time, just for fun. A, B, C. Very good. Now let's start from the beginning. So we pick up where we started, and then we're gonna go straight through from measure 1, 2, and 3. We're starting with A, all by itself, and then B and G together for a count of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, A by itself, B and G, C and A, back to B and G. Very good. Let's add the fourth measure. This is the end of the line, so we're gonna do it together. It starts with A, and then it goes up to B, back to A, and then a D. You're gonna notice a new pattern here. We're gonna be using an 8 note, which means they get a half beat each. So the count will now be 1 and 2 and then the F is a half note, which means they get 2 beats. So there, we hold that note a bit longer. So let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, A, F. Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the count. Let's do it one more time, and this time we're gonna add the harmony notes. So we're gonna take the A and the E together. You can use your ring finger for this one because you have a bit more of a space. We're skipping 2 strings in between for the A and the E. So let's try it together. It might be a little bit tricky, so we'll do the A and the E together a few times. A and E together. Very good. One more time. A and E together. Very good. If you're not getting a good tone, make sure that you are pressing down and then slide off to the side, release to the side. One last time, A and E together. Very good. and then very quickly we go to B and A because they're only an 8th note. And then on the F, we're going to add the harmony, which is the D, and we hold that for 2 count. Let's do it again together. A and E, and then B, A, and then F and D together for 2 count. Let's go. Very good. So that is the end of the first line. Let's put it all together and see how we go. Again, A on its own, B and G together. Let's do this. A on its own, B and G, C and A, B and G, and then we go back to A and E, B, A, F and D. Very good. Let's do that one more time so we remember all of the notes. Let's do it together. A, again, A on its own, B, G, C, A, B, G, A, E, B, A, F, D. Very good. You did such a great job on the first line. We're going to move on to the second line. So the second line, we start with E, we go down to C, back to E, and then F and D together. Let's do it. They're all the same quarter notes, so they all get 1 count each. Let's do this together. E, C, E, F and D together. Let's do it one more time. E, C, E, F and D. Very good. Let's move on to the next bar. We're moving along very quickly now. So the next bar, we start with E and C together, and then we do E and C again on its own, but only a bit faster because these are 8 notes, and then we go down to B and hold it for 2 count. So let's do it together. E and C together. Let's do it again together. E and C together. E, C, B. One last time. E and C together. E, C, B. Very good. Let's play those 2 bars together so we'll remember them and we can work through them and let them flow together. So let's start with E. We're going to go back to the first measure on the second line. We're going to go E, C, E, and then F and D together, and then the next set of notes on the next measure. Let's do this together. E, C, E, F, D, and then E and C together. E, C, D. Very good. One last time before we move on. Okay. E, C, E, F and D, E, C together, E, C, B. Very good. Now you're going to notice that the next notes are exactly identical as the notes above it on the first line. So those 2 bars, remaining bars, you already know it. So it's exactly the same. So you've learned it before. I think all we can do now is just start from the beginning of the second line, and let's work our way across that line and get it done. Let's do it together. Again, we're starting with E, C, E, and then F and D together. Let's do this. E, C, E, F, D, C, E together, E, C, B, and we're down up here back to A. on its own, and then G, B, and then C, A, and back to B, G. A, and then we go back to A and E together, and then it's B, A, and then F and D. Whoops, sorry, I rolled it. I don't want to roll it, I want to play them in unison. So let's play them in unison. A and E together. Let's do that again, all together. From the beginning, starting with the E. E, C, E, F, D, and then E and C together. For a 2 count, we're going back up to A, B, G, C, A, B, G, A, E, and then we go B, A, F, and D together. Very good. So guess what? You're halfway through, halfway done. Excellent. So now, if you look down on the third line, you will see that you start off almost, it's the first 2 bars are exactly the same as the second line. So we know that already. We're not going to practice that anymore because we've learned that already. The next set of bars, you know it as well. It's the first notes that we did right at the beginning. So you've got the third line down pack. Let's just do it together, okay? So we're gonna go E, C, E, and then F and D together, and then E and C together, and then back to E, C, and then down to B. Let's do this. E, C, E, F, D, and then C and E together. E, C, B, and then back up to A on its own, and B and G together. A again for 2 times. Excellent. Let's do that one more time. Okay. E, C, E, F, D, E, C, E, C, B, and back up to A, B, G, A, B, G. Now we go back to D minor. So we go down low, and then we go up to E, and then up to F and D. So it's a stepping up. Let's do this. D, E, F and D, hold for 2 count. Again, D, E, F and D, hold for 2 count. And then we go up to B, down to A a little bit faster because there are 8 notes, and then down to F and D together, and then it's gonna be E and C. Okay, let's do that. Let's start with the D. D, C, F and D, B, A, F and D. And that's the end of the song. Beautiful. Let's do that last line one more time, the last 2 bars, and then we have the whole song finished. D, E, F, D, B, A, F, D, C. Beautiful. Let's see if we can play the song all the way through, from the beginning to the end. Starting with A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. did it! Yay! A little bit more practice, and I'm sure you can record yourself and play the song. I believe it repeats twice. So that's all you need to know. It's a very simple song, a very lovely tune. You can play it slower to start off, just so that you could learn the notes, learn the rhythm, and learn the gliding method as you're going along. And let me know your thoughts. And if you found this useful, and if you'd like to see more tutorials like this, let me know. I'd love to help you out. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and happy playing. Bye.